Hello, Byron. Please, we're so happy to connect with you today. When I say we, it's for myself and anyone who's listening. Your messages are so valuable. I've had a lot of requests lately to have you share information about money and how we best can attract money into our lives, hold money into our lives, and possibly change our relationship to money. In these uncertain times, a lot of us living in a material world are deepening our relationship, healing our relationship to money. Hello, we are here. We are Byron, and we're so very pleased to be of assistance to you. There is great love here for you, and so it is. This topic of money is very prevalent in your culture, especially in the Western world, for it depends greatly on this resource that you as humans have created. Remember, this is relatively a new form of currency that hasn't been on your planet from the beginning of time. In the beginning of time, human beings called upon their own resource of hunting and gathering and sharing within the community what they hunted and gathered and lived off the land. Of course, this is not prevalent in your culture today, which requires more money to live life in accordance to your soul's desires, to feel comfortable and at peace. But the truth is, even if you had more money, and your brain's saying, oh no, I know what Byron's going to say, and it's not true, but let's finish what we're about to say. Even if more money were to come into your life, it wouldn't be enough if you're coming from a place of lack, you see. That's the root problem. If that is a pattern in your life, that you don't think you have enough. And don't beat yourself up about it, for this is very common. However, what we'd like to speak on are the practical aspects of money and how to attract it. And yet, start and begin with the fundamental perspective of the root of money, which comes from recognizing and knowing that you are, in fact, the same vibration at your core as money. Now, what do we mean by that? You know, it sounds very esoteric and out there, but when you cultivate meditation practices, when you spend time in nature, you connect with the ever-flowing source within you. You are one aspect, individual spark of the divine. And don't you ever forget. It's easy to forget, especially if you're looking at the news every day and you're looking for evidence in your bank account, in your wallet, of money that is going to make you feel a certain way. But you're looking in all the wrong places, you see. For when you put your focus on what's in your account, the bills that you have to pay, you see, it puts your attention on the lack. It gives your ego mind, the aspect of you, the human part of you that believes in fear And if you continue to look through that lens of fear, you will find false evidence appearing real to confirm that part of you. So that's why we talk about meditation and connecting with nature, for those two things are very similar in the sense that when you focus on the true aspect of your nature and nature itself, you are tapping into the truth that abundance is always flowing. When you step inside a vast ocean, the abundance of water everywhere just keeps flowing in and out, never ceasing. When you look up at the nighttime sky, you see a trillion of stars sparkling, this abundance of stars, and you're made up of the same star stuff. The stuff that's created stars, the energy is the same. The same energy that created you, you see. There's no separation. And again, you might be listening to this and say, okay, Byron, that sounds all good and dandy, but I've got $0 or I've got a certain amount and there's a war and there's all kinds of things happening on the planet. The stock market is volatile and etc., etc. And we're not saying that we don't care about that. We understand these are real concerns as you are living in the material world. However, all we're asking for just this moment is to take a look at a different perspective and try your best to keep that attention on what is abundant, at least a few minutes a day. It can be as simple as connecting with this recording, which calms the mind and opens the heart to receive, you see. You're receiving in this moment a transmission that's aligning you with the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is abundance. The fact that you came into this world as a soul, into a body, that's a huge manifestation. The fact that women can hold for 9 months a human being in their bodies and give birth to life. Oof, this is underrated in your world. That's a huge manifestation. If you can give life to a human, just think of what can be born through you. And you don't have to be a woman, of course. What we're getting at is you have been robbed of the power of who you are through your societal conditioning that treats you like you're broken physically, which is not true, for the divine intelligence of the One is coursing through your veins as we speak. The intricacies, the intelligence of your body and the way it operates, the heart's beating, the breath flowing, all the cells just resonating with divine source, life, intelligence. Automatically, you take it for granted. You cut your finger, it heals. There is divine intelligence, abundance of it within you. So, if you can take a few moments a day to re-listen to this recording, if you need to do that as many times as you need to remind you to focus on your breathing, which takes you out of your head and into your heart, into your soul. It can just be 10 deep breaths a day. If you find yourself spiraling, fear, take a break, walk away, go outside, and take a look at nature. The perfect time of year to do so in the Northern Hemisphere, springtime. Listen to the birds singing. Allow to receive the healing of all around you. that energy, you see, that you're receiving from nature feels so good, because that is the essence of who you are, abundance itself. And in those moments you can take a break from thinking so much and trying to figure everything out in this moment, and just be. And from that place of clarity, you see, you're able to take aligned action. And of course, you know, there's lots of talk about unblocking the healing that you need from past experiences around your relationship with money that you learn from your family and your society's conditioning. Of course, those are very important. And we can work with you too if you would like to do that. We do that with Shama quite often. And it has helped her tremendously in her own relationship to self and abundance. And it takes practice, you see. It takes practice. It's an act of self-love. So that no matter what is happening in the external world, or even in this moment, what it says in your bank account, you see, you have the power to change everything around in a holy instant by staying on course, by keeping your focus on what is flowing in. The smelling of a flower, receiving the beauty, the healing from that flower, the luxury, breathing in the scent of a rose, for example. Allow that moment to truly become an exchange, an example of what abundance feels like, for no matter how much money you have. And we wished everyone can experience this truth, and we are going to create a very important emphasis on this as our message today. We know many of those who have billions of dollars, and they feel so poor inside, so anxious inside. You have no idea. And we're not saying that all who have that type of money feel that way, but we're here to remind you that it's truly not what is showing up in your account right now that's going to make you feel better, okay? So if you can truly focus on, we know we're getting all fired up about this, but this is truly what we want you to zone in on, is the fact that that feeling that you're looking for, the feeling of security, well-being, and just peace and calm, that you don't have to worry anymore. First step comes from connecting to the power within you, the energy that creates stars, the energy that's created you, the essence of who you are, through meditation, through connecting with nature, through focusing your attention on the healing that you need to, of course, to heal within the shadow work. Very big piece of this. And if you need guidance, of course, we're here for you. Absolutely, 1000%. And when you do that, you see, a shift starts to happen. You start to get exciting ideas. And then act on them. Ideas that light you up. Insight into what your true gifts are. That which brings you joy, and you think it's so easy. Oh no, not all people have the same gifts as you. You are a unique personal expression of the divine. You have a spark of God's source within you. And it is your own unique perspective and gifts. Start sharing them with the world. Start owning them and seeing the value in them. and have the courage to share from your heart. This is what the world needs. That is your biggest gift. And when you do that, you share your gift. Your presence is the gift. In some cases, of course, you don't have to even do anything. It's the practice of aligning with the truth of who you are. A few moments a day, even 10 breaths a day, has a ricochet effect. And we know we talk about this a lot, but it truly does affect the energy on the planet and consciousness on the planet. When you cultivate and align with the truth of who you are, you will experience abundance, we promise you. And you will slip out, of course, back and forth, but the more it's like a muscle. You go to the gym, and we hear this example many times over, but it's a good one. You go to the gym once, and you think you're going to be strong. Of course not. So you work on that muscle within, connecting with the truth of who you are. And you settle into that vibration of flow, you see. You watch the ocean. If you don't have one in close proximity, you can look at a video of ocean water, the way it comes in and flows out. Never ceases. It never doubts that the moon has its back or not. Of course, the moon is always going to help it with its tides. They work in unison. You, my friend, are the same. You're not alone, ever. You can call upon your own guides to help you. And we encourage that for sure. You don't need us. You don't need us to help you with the healing. You've got your own guides as well. If you need assistance with that, of course, we're here to help. But truly empower yourself to remember how precious you are, how abundant you already are in this moment, and how in a holy instant, when you change your perspective. And we're not talking about bypassing. Of course, you feel what you're feeling, and you allow it to bring up what you need to heal, to bring light to the darkness. And when you do so, it brings you to a new level of awareness. And from that insight, you take aligned action, you see. And watch how, with this alignment and insight, you begin to attract opportunities to you, just out of thin air. Watch for those breadcrumbs from the universe. They're signs that you're on the right path. And get excited. Get excited for it's a new frontier. So many possibilities for growth, for abundance, no matter what they're saying on the news. Truly. So keep that in mind. Empower yourself. And know that you're not alone, ever. We are here. We are Byron, and we're so happy to be of assistance to you. There is great love here for you. And so it is. Wow. Thank you, Byron. Thank you so much. There is great love for you.